Here we go, and we have World 5 again leading off. And
wow, did somebody shuffle this? And we're starting with another World 5-1 to start off, because it was 5-4 to start things off here. This one's 5-8.
It was 2-2 last time. 2-2 led off this seed.
Oh, that's right. Yes, 5-4 was a little bit later.
5-8 is not a level you want to see this early. It's not a lot of fun. Macobra got through it a little cleaner than Classic.
So one funny thing about 5-8 is, if any of you are old enough to have the official Nintendo strategy guide for this game, from Nintendo's text, it says that 5-8 is one of those stages where no matter how good you are guaranteed to take a hit.
Ooh, looks like that tower's not going to be required this time around, because we just have to get through door 6-4, 3F1 to break the lock, and we can proceed.
I'm a little surprised Classic didn't actually take a run at door 5, which has a power-up. Could have been a star, and that would have given him a chance at a star kill on Boom Boom. So Macobra finishes off 3F1, followed by Classic, and we go on now to the Quicksand stage, which we did not see in Game 1. Actually, we didn't see 5... I don't believe we saw 5-8, according to checking my scorecard. I don't believe we saw 5-8 either, so we've seen 2 levels already that we did not see in Game 1.
That's what we like to see. Variety is the spice of life around here, and Macobra and Classic Gamer no trouble getting through the Quicksand stage.
Alright, so Macobra's finished with Quicksand on another World 2 stage, 2-1, with a interesting motley of set of enemies. Ooh.
Oh no! And Macobra's just gonna go for it.
Yeah. It's like once he saw that the mushroom go the other way, it's like, okay, forget it, I'm out of here. Classic is opting to do the same, although ooh, he's got to be careful.
Ooh, close call there.
Very narrowly avoided a second death. That first death was right at the start of the stage, so it wasn't too bad, but a death there would be a significant time loss, and that...
Oh, man, yeah.
Classic's execution is clearly unparalleled compared to...
Yeah, most
his execution's unparalleled compared to every other one of his opponents throughout the entire tournament. But
right.
he is not immune to tilt, and I would argue that he is more susceptible to tilt than what we've seen from Macobra.
Yes.
So if he catches a tough break, it could be one of those situations where he could be the one that winds up taking 4 or 5 deaths. And in these randomizer races, when you cannot see what your opponent is doing...
Ooh, for a moment, that ice block went right through the nanny blooper, and then at the last second killed her.
Tilt is a real factor in these races.
And one hit Roy this time, and Macobra's out at 324.
Classic not far behind, though.
Nope, about 30-35 seconds behind, maybe less.
I will say this much. This is the start that Macobra needed for the second game.
Yes.
We're already down 1-0. He played that very cleanly here, and he's built up a little lead here on Classic Gamer.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. This is the exact tonic Macobra52 needed. So we'll see how he carries it. 355, so a cutscene away, and we got a fairly linear World 1 here. It's
pretty
gonna
quick,
be,
too.
Yeah, just 3 levels as opposed to 5, which is what our runners faced in Game 1. We lead off with 4F1. Cobra is going to take top route, and got a good enemy set to make it happen, and gets the star, so he's going to get a star kill on Boom Boom.
Very nice. So far, so good there. And we get the upside-down orb to appear on Macobra's side.
Orb?
Right you are! Orb!
Alright.
Next up, we have got 7-3.
So, nice quick levels so far from Cobra and Classic to lead off here. Leave it at that. Macobra's going to skip the 3rd star and get himself a mushroom, which... You know,
and again for Classic, orb!
These guys are... These guys are perfectly capable of playing as Small Mario, but you like the insurance. We got a one-stage lead from Macobra as we come now to Hammer Bro. It's a giant Hammer Bro, and it's just a star. So,
Tell you what, though, that was a nice high jump there from Macobra over that hammer. It looked like he was going to take some damage there. We have a hand stage, and it's the easiest one around. We've got the coin stage.
right. So the second hand stage. What items are going to be this time? It was yeah, I don't even remember what it was last time.
It was the leaf last time.
That's right. You're right. It was vanilla. That's right. So flower this time. So that's nice.
Very nice.
And we have a Fred, a vanilla stage. This is the World 1 airship in World 1. So Fred, you've done it again.
Ferd,
Right.
yeah.
Time
Ferd
to
is-
see how strong Larry Cheatsy Koopa is. 2 is not enough. 3 is not enough. How about 4? 4 it is.
602 for Macobra. So already, I mean, Classic had just barely finished World 1 in Game 1 in 6 minutes. He just started the second world by this point. So this is definitely shaping up to be a faster seed so far, but...
Macobra holding on to that lead.
And Classic Gamer's going to take him down at 620. It's a 26-second lead from Macobra after that fight.
Yes, I count on the wand grab. It's 30 seconds. So Macobra, another fairly linear looking World 2 here.
Very unusual lock placement for World 2. I don't think I've ever seen a lock there.
I've seen it a couple of times. Macobra lost his fire flower, unfortunately, but not his fire flower, his leaf, but no big deal.
Although I'm sure you've played a lot more of these than I have, so you've seen quite a bit more.
I've seen a fair amount, although I will say until Macobra did it about 3 weeks ago, I never saw a forced double route into a double tower in World 5.
So we have the anchor as the item from Princess Toadstool in World 2, so that could be anything. And we have the Piranha Run 7-7.
I don't think we saw this level last time either.
No, we did not.
No, we didn't. See Macobra's going to go for the 2-star run here. Yes, he is. He's going for it. Oh,
He'll make it.
He didn't get a clean crouch, but he's still through.
Really impressive to see that.
We still got about
a Classic Gamer tried the one-timer to try to do the clip, says, nope, let's move on.
Yeah, swag is fine, but, keep it in perspective here. You've got a lot of game left to be played. Classic, on his way through the Piranha Run. I don't think he's going to get a 2-cycle. We'll see. He's going to try it.
He's going for it. Gets there!
Nice! Classic Gamer, well played.
Clears the window. Macobra's out of 4-1. Gamer Cal, don't you jinx this now. Do not be mentioning 7-1-7-6.
Right, because we did not see that during the first race, and that can definitely be a factor for both of these runners, because you can lose or gain gobs of time just on that clip alone.
No, absolutely, and because of the precision involved in that clip, you can gain or lose a significant amount of time through no real fault of your own.
Right.
Because you have to remember, and especially if these runners come into that level with a tail, it can make it much more difficult, because with a tail, the 7-1 and 7-6 clips are actually sub-pixel perfect. With just a mushroom, it is merely pixel perfect.
Right.
By the way,
only pixel perfect?
Yep.
So because
By the way,
go ahead.
the music box is what represents the anchor this time around.
Right. And Macobra had to play an extra Hammer Bro, but he got a cloud out of this. Classic is going to be able to skip that altogether.
And Speaking of clouds, we did not see either of the two auto-scrollers in our last match either, so that could be a factor that is weighing on Macobra's mind as to when to use that cloud as well.
Which means congratulations, Raikou, you just jinxed these runners.
Apparently, I'm good at opening my big mouth.
That's all right. We'll see. Maybe they won't show up again. Who knows? Morton Koopa time for Macobra, and not very salty again. I think that was a 2-hitter.
3-hitter. It was a 3-hitter, so it was a 10 flat for Macobra. Classic is pretty close behind. He's only about maybe 15-20 seconds behind.
Dang,
Classic
has been steadily making up time.
Well, that extra hammer bro certainly is certainly a reason why Macobra played it. Classic didn't. So that certainly helped. But Macobra got a cloud out of this, so in actuality, he's gained a bit of time if it's used correctly.
And here is the World 6 now. We're starting with 2-2.
Led off game 1, and I know Macobra actually had a little trouble with this level. Game 1, he was a little took a little more damage than he would have liked out of the starting blocks. But gets through it cleanly this time. So
this time, no trouble for Macobra getting through 2-1. But Classic Gamer with the Leaf is going to gain a little bit more time on him.
A little bit. So Macobra's going to actually play the Hammer Bro this time. He's going to go for the fort. Fair enough.
Very nice boomerang kill by Macobra.
Gets a mushroom for it. No, not too bad. All right, so see what we can get out of this fort here, and it's Navy.
Where you can sail the 7 seas.
Dude.
And Macobra is going to gain a slight amount of time on Classic here, just because of the way the leaf works.
Right.
I'm a little surprised that Classic is going to keep it this long. Usually when he has a leaf, he'll try to dump it for a Fire Flower as quickly as possible. Ooh,
yeah.
8-1. This is a level where actually having a tail might be very helpful.
Yeah, so
Macobra, yes.
But Classic is not going to take
those tail snipes. Look at this madman. Look at this madman go through 8-1.
Well, Macobra's holding his own too, but yeah, I mean, Classic Gamer, that tail really helping him out. But Macobra,
oh no, one tile short.
Wow!
Are you serious? Did we actually just see that?
That's too bad.
Wow, that's something. Macobra's in 5-3 now. This is actually a level you might want to consider skipping, but I don't think he will.
I don't know what Classic realistically could have done about that in that situation.
Yeah, that was just really, really unfortunate.
Oh, absolutely. And it happens to the best players, like you guys mentioned before. Anything can happen at any time, and we just saw it happen on Classic Gamer side.
And yeah, the rando giveth and the rando taketh away. Classic not wasting any time here. Macobra.
Oh, speaking of taking things away, Macobra having some trouble here in 5-3, but he will get past the final piranha and move on. But that was a close call.
Very good discipline on Macobra's side, taking the end of that level slow. 5-3 is not a level you want to die on. I believe it is the longest level in the game that is not an auto-scroller.
Classic has found the pipe. He's found the way to the end. He's in 3F2. Oh, Macobra taking a death to double Fire Bros.
Yeah, that's a tough break there. He's trying to get through that pipe, but instead he'll take the coin ship. He'll have to deal with the double Boomerang Brothers here. But yeah, that's what Classic Gamer needed to happen on Macobra's side. He needs to play this part clean as Macobra. Let's see if he can get that last Boomerang Brother. He does.
Okay, so there's the P-Wing for him. That's good. All right,
now, one important strategy with the P-Wings is you want to keep track of which airships you have played, and you want to try to use P-Wings, I find, on airships where it's very helpful to have one, where it'll let you get P-Speed in levels you otherwise couldn't, and to go for P-Wing clips, because each P-Wing clip that you do saves 4 seconds.
Right. So Macobra and Classic both picked the wrong fort. It is in fact Super Tanks that creates the bridge. So Classic with about a 1-stage lead at this point, based on Macobra's actually inaccurate routing. playing an extra level needlessly.
Yeah, and it happened to be the longest level of the game that he did. And because of that, that one routing mistake right there is going to put Classic Gamer in the lead here.
The only advantage Macobra has at this point is he has a cloud. Classic doesn't.
So here's the World 2 airship for Classic Gamer. We'll have Lemmy Koopa at the end. Last time he was a jumbo shrimp. Will he go 2 for 2, or did Bowser decide he had enough? Let's find out.
Ooh, Classic.
Ooh.
Classic in trouble.
Okay, it was only a
Gets out of it.
3-hitter, so 15:32 for ClassicGamer88.
So about an airship ahead.
Yeah, about 40 seconds, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say 40 seconds.
And
Cobra is going to
taking no chances.
This will actually save him a little bit of time because he'll be able to fly over the mast.
Yep,
Right.
you're right. So, yeah, and that was a very smart play there from Macobra. Knowing he's already down 1-0 in this match, he knows he cannot risk a death here in the World 2 airship.
Right. So in World Cobra does not get the clip.
Oh, he just missed.
I think he actually missed that by a pixel.
Yeah.
Dang, that's brutal.
Classics in
Brutal.
5F1 now.
That's too bad.
Yep, there's the fall of shame right there.
Ooh,
Oh, another death for Classic Gamer here in 5F1.
5F1 is one of those levels that is made extremely tricky by the randomizer, since version 1.2 randomizes the direction of the flying space waffles.
Yeah, that was...
Where before it was randomized, you could do the vanilla strategy through this level no matter what enemies you got. And it's it's a very satisfying strategy to execute, but
Yes, absolutely.
ever since those waffles have been randomized, you can just take a hit if you try to P-speed through this level.
Same
And
with...
depending on what the power-up situation is, you may see runners do that anyway.
Right.
Cobra cleanly through 5F1 here, so he's going to gain some time on Classic Gamer.
So it's a
Classic
clean...
Gamer finding the troll pipe.
And we see that the map on the eastern side is open, so they made the correct play as far as Ford is concerned. Now it's going to be getting to the eastern island as quickly as possible.
Yep, Macobra finding that same stealth pipe. Classic Gamer finding the way out, so this is going to be a quick World 7 here.
Classic's going for Froggy strats here.
Probably just using it to get
Right.
it to get a power-up.
Classic in the World 5 airship.
Macobra has no music boxes.
Right. I don't think he got an anchor or no, he did. He didn't use it.
That's
No.
another P-wing, though. That could make a difference if we see a stage like, say, 6-9.
5-9. No, that's a
No,
joke.
5-9 won't help. But
No.
Macobra actually wants to see 5-9 because of that cloud.
Oh, absolutely. Or the other auto scroller that is not turned off, Atlantis. We haven't seen that. Oh, but Macobra getting bodied by Luddy Von Koopa, but I think he just has one more hit left to go. Or 2 more hits left to go.
What I like to call the ADHD Koopa, the one that gets the high jump, is just the ADHD Koopaling.
30 seconds separating the runners going into World 6, which is World 3, excuse me. So, okay, this is...
No lock at the end!
This race has been quite the thriller.
Now it's a question of finding the pipe. Finding the correct pipe, and this may end up revolving around some dangerous gambles. And you're right, and LOZ is correct. This is just find the pipe. The locks are already established.
That's a weird place for that lock on the gaming island right there. I don't think I've ever seen it there before.
It's shown up a couple of times there. I've also seen it in that one solitary aisle by the mushroom house. Okay, well that might have been required anyways, because it broke the lock by the pipe. So
Classic can't make up his mind.
I I would play 3-7, I think. Just because it's there, and it's not a... It's a pipe transition, and you might be spared a pipe transition.
Macobra taking a chance here. He went through the spikes, so he's got to make sure he doesn't lose it to Boom Boom, which he doesn't.
So 5-7, Classic loses Fire Mario, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Yeah, so Macobra's having the same kind of
Macobra equally indecisive.
and going the same route as Classic. I'm not okay. I get it. There's a pipe there. Let's see what this is. Where this takes him. Okay, so moot point. It's ultimately moot.
So they're gonna have to go the long way.
Yeah, for that last pipe. So it's 6F3.
So talk about a troll situation. There's no lock to Wendy's castle yet. We got to play the forts anyway because we got to get to the pipes that take us there, and to get to the pipes, we got to play the forts.
Two fort is required based on the way the pipes ended up, because that block was next to the pipe that's going to take them to Wendy, so they had to play it anyways.
To be fair, though, this has been a really quick seed up until now.
Yeah, you just knew that the game was going to throw a wrench in their plans for sub 30.
Yeah. Well, usually if the first half is really quick, that means the second half won't be, and kind of vice versa.
Oh, Macobra going to have to be very careful here in Carpet Fort here, down to Small Mario. You cannot get hit by anything.
Should be alright.
And Classic wondering where his Eternal Drought magic card is.
Yeah, so 7-2 for Classic. Cobra's finished
Cobra
with...
does make it out of the fort.
Yeah, that's true, but Cobra still has that Jugum Cloud in his back pocket, and he's going to have to use it soon so it doesn't go to waste.
Going to play 7-2, and fortunately going to have to do the circle route here. Gets rid of...
Whoa! Nice.
KO's Boss Bass, nicely done. So, Classic is just gonna power through, get rid of Hammer Bro.
I like that star use on Classic's side.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good play.
As do I. Yeah, you don't want to be taking a death this close to the end of World 6 here. As Classic Gamer now will find the pipe that's going to get him to Wendy's Castle. What airship do we have this time? It's World 7.
I think it was World 7 in Game 1 for the World 3 airship as well. Memory serves. Alright, so Macobra also going to use his star in care of Mr. Fire Bro, excuse me.
Very nice 7 airship piece speed by Classic.
Alright, let's see how thick Wendy is this time around. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, she had her Baconators again. 4. Oh, she had all the Baconators in the world. She's thick.
And that also could have gotten really chaotic.
Yeah, that when he got caromed off like that, that really could have thrown things out of whack. Macobra's gonna have to be careful too. I mean, see how this goes for him. He's still about 35-40 seconds behind.
And this is close enough where the Great Equalizer can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
But I don't think we're going to see Macobra take any kind of big gamble in World 8 because he has to feel like this race is close given how he's played.
Yeah. The only thing that's probably gnawing at him is playing 5-3.
That's practically been his only mistake.
Pipes are interestingly located. Classic's got a cloud. I think Macobra's got 2. If this is how I think I read it correctly.
I definitely don't blame Macobra for playing 5-3 there because of how unusual the pipe situation was in that world.
Yeah.
That was a sloppy sledgehammer fight for Classic Gamer, but he gets the job done, gets a P-Wing of his own.
So... Alright, so he's got...
Oh, this could be a game changer potentially.
Very interesting P-Wing. Very interesting P-Wing use there.
Cobra's in trouble.
Careful, Classic.
Oh.
Both runners in trouble.
Wow, this is getting nuts. I mean, Classic Gamer played so cleanly in that first match, but he's been a little bit off his game in the second one.
I think he might actually be getting a bit complacent, knowing that if something goes wrong in this game, he has the game 3. And
there's a divergence!
Macobra gambles, uses a P-Wing on the correct fort. Let's see if this pays off. It is going to pay.
Oh my goodness!
Macobra takes the lead.
Wow! He gambles on Fort Knox!
And Classic has to go. And Classic has to allow Fort Knox to give him the runaround as well. This is going to be a huge lead for Macobra.
Oh, absolutely. And we're going into World 8 in just a moment. Gonna use the juke him right there. Smart move, Macobra. If he gets through this World 6 airship, he's gonna have quite the lead going into World 8.
Yes, absolutely. Classic also has a cloud on hand, so he'll be able to mitigate some of that time loss, but it's going to really be... it's really Macobra's to lose right now.
Still has to get through the Iggy fight. He did take a hit, so...
we have
the earthquake. One-hitter!
One-hit Iggy. Macobra grabs it at 26:01. In control. Going into World 8.
This isn't over yet, though.
Oh, no, not by any stretch. Remember what I said at the beginning of this match? That I thought the great equalizer could come into play? It still could here in game number 2, but right now, Macobra has the edge. Yeah,
Macobra is in good shape right now. He made the correct gamble in World 7, got the correct item go his way. And Classic's having to deal with the stupid Hammer Bros. Finally gets rid of them. Okay, forced hand.
Oh, yeah, a long hammer dance is not what Classic needed. You typically don't see a ton of very long hammer dances outside of World 6. Very nice use of the Tanuki statue to be able to take out one of the thrusters.
Gentlemen, this is where the great equalizer could come into play. Macobra got grabbed by that hand. Now, the waterfall's not a particularly long stage, but if Classic Gamer dodges that hand, that's time he's going to gain on Macobra.
So, Macobra is going to play the Navy, since it's required, and it is 8 fort.
I guess that's a French vanilla if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, something like that.
Close enough.
About 27:04, incidentally, for Classic, so he's about 1 minute behind. So, and it's ironic that the hand stage you get grabbed on is one you really can't kill yourself in, so you just got to play it through.
Right, you are there. So, Classic Gamer, this is big. If he can dodge this hand, that would be really beneficial for him. Does he get through? He does not!
Ooh, he gets... And he's going like, aw, you got to be kidding.
That is big for Macobra because that will further extend his lead as he clears Boom Boom here in the World 8 fort.
Alright, so Tanks is still protected by a lock, so we continue on with the linear World 8. And we go, okay, more linearity right now because he's in the back corner.
Couple of forts, though.
Ooh.
One hand.
That's very interesting.
That's nasty.
Alright, there's another pipe. A pipe leads to another pipe, which leads to another pipe. Okay, that's good.
This could be one of those World 8s where if you're not taking good mental notes, you could wind up getting lost very easily.
Hand bridge is officially irrelevant. All the pipes kind of feed into one another. Classic, going for the one cycle, gets it. Alright, so 8... Ooh, Macobra taking a
hole-in-one!
Cobra dying in 6:10. I'm pretty sure
that was intentional to use his cloud.
Oh,
because he knows there can't be anything on the other side of that pipe.
There it is, a World 6 fort in World 8. It never fails, my friend. 6F1.
And that actually has the added benefit of negating the tank, so he doesn't have to turn around. So he has made a very good... That was a 50-50 shot, but he got it. And now he is in very good shape going forward.
That's a very, very smart play by Macobra.
Hey, Midi Guy Navy was already played. That was 8 fort. Hanks is behind the lock.
That's one of those plays that you will not see very many players make.
No.
But wound up being extremely intelligent.
And Macobra in 6F2, he's in absolute control right now. Going down to the wire here.
Yep, so we have 2 World 6 forts here in this World 8 here. Macobra won't be able to fly this time. He's going to have to play it through, but having a little bit of trouble squeezing through the gap here, but he still keeps his first power up there, which is going to be crucial against this Boom Boom on ice.
This is an extremely difficult fortress to optimize.
Right. Classic in playing 610, he didn't have that extra cloud that Macobra was able to utilize. So okay, so Macobra didn't check the bottom right corner. I think he's got this. Unless okay, fort required. Hey, so the fort is required. He's in it. Okay.
Wow, so this is...
Oh my!
ClassicGamer! What the heck just happened here?
Oh my! Hold on tight.
Macobra made another routing mistake. He didn't quite realize what... He didn't check the bottom right corner. Classic getting the swag clip. So here we go.
Can you even call that a routing mistake, though?
Only in the context he didn't check the bottom right corner. But...
Well, it depends. I mean, was there a stage Macobra played that ClassicGamer didn't, or are we level pegging here?
I don't think we're quite level, but we're getting close. You know, we still got to play 6F1, so Macobra is still in.
He said there were no bridges.
Macobra is in really good shape here. He's not a cinch to win, but he's looking pretty good right now.
Absolutely. So unless he makes a major mistake here in Bowser's Castle, we're gonna go to a 3rd game here, folks.
Macobra
just lost firepower.
That's bad because Classic just picked it up, and Macobra's having a little trouble here with. Come on, Macobra. There you go. This is close. This is gonna be really close.
This is all just nerves on Macobra's
He gets one.
Okay, he's got it. Okay. Macobra dodged a major bullet there.
I'll say.
He's got to execute, though. He knows the strats. He should be okay, but man, he's still got to be on point here to force a game 3. Okay, here we go.
Alright, here comes the fight here.
Got a good pattern. He's got it! Macobra has stolen game 2. We're going to game 3.
I love it, you guys. Classic Gamer Macobra, 14-1 going into this match. It's only fitting that we're going to a 3rd.
So get out the GGs, folks. Macobra52 wins with an official SRL time of 32:36.
And Classic's not even that far behind. What a thriller this game 2 was.
This is what we were hoping the first game would be. Down to basically a Bowser fight.
Wow, very close match between Macobra. And I'm going to tell you right now, that Fire Flower saved Macobra's bacon. If there is no Fire Flower behind that, he loses the match.
Yes. So ClassicGamer88 finishes with an official SRL time of 33:09. Well, are we entertained yet, folks?
Oh, I'll say,
a little bit.
These two have given it their all, but I'm telling you right here, this was the race Macobra absolutely needed. He played very cleanly. He did have a couple of routing issues. He almost lost in World 8, but he played cleanly, and that is why he won. Classic Gamer taking a few uncharacteristic deaths, and that enabled Macobra to sneak in the back door. We're going to a 3rd game.
Yes, indeed.
So now it'll be really interesting to see what these two do when they know that the entire championship comes down to this one race.
Oh, absolutely. You have right now. You got to believe this is. I think we're going to see a very close race for the 3rd. The way these two runners have played. To me, I think Macobra's warmed up, and Classic Gamer, he's going to want to shake off this 2nd race here and give it his all in the 3rd. I think we're going to see some fireworks in Game 3.
Yes, indeed. So, runners, getting ourselves situated here. See, it has been rolled.
And with that, not, this is our second straight year that the championship has gone to a third game. So this is going to be very exciting.
Yes, indeed. Last year, Duckfist, our champion, defeated Mitch Flower Power in 3 games. Actually, I think both the semifinals and the finals, everything went to game 3 last year. This year, not quite so much. It's actually all been sweeps till now. Both the semifinals were sweeps. The third place game is a sweep, but now we get the finish we all deserve.
By the way, Raikou, you are off the hook officially. There was no 7-1 or 7-6 in that second game.
Well, that's a minor minor detail. Mitch Flower Power won 3rd place. He had defeated GamerCal. So while we wait, we're about a couple minutes out from starting game 3 here. Give these runners a follow if you haven't already. Come on. Where else are you going to get this kind of entertainment on a Friday night?
So, I tell you, this is about as equally matched as it gets. With a win and a loss for both runners here, they're now 15-2 in the tournament. But it's the one who gets that 16th victory that's going to take home the title.
Yep.
So for the final time, ladies and gentlemen, predict which world we're going to start with here in this third and final game, the rubber match of this championship.
My favorite part of the final match. Sudden death.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to say World 3. We need a long World 3 here.
6. We need a long world, all right, but I'm going to go for an even longer world than that. Let's go for World 6 first.
I agree with Lost Cards fan. I'm also going with 6.
All right.
Am I allowed to do that?
Sure. Why not? Yeah, exactly.
Now watch it be World 1 just to spite me from the last match.
Hey. Know what you get yourself into.
Oh, I'm well aware of it, Proa.
So...
So for those of you just joining us here, Classic Gamer won game number 1. Macobra came from behind to win game number 2, thanks to a good decision on the Fort Knox in World 7 and the use of his Jugum Cloud. So this is game number 3, winner takes all.
Yes, indeed. All right, runners are ready. I think everything's ready here, so let us do this. The final match of the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament will begin in about 45 seconds.
I really want to see this be just as big a thriller as the last race.
I think we are definitely overdue for that. Game 1 wasn't so much. It had a tough start for Macobra. Game 2 was exactly what we needed to see. Here we go. Runners are set. The final match of the tournament is about to begin. Good luck to both of them.
It's going to be a barn burner, and in a few moments we're going to find out where these runners are going to be starting.
May Boss Bass go hungry.